Hi, my name is Peter Davos, the founder and CEO of Hale Education, and I am the host of the Admission Possible podcast. I'm here today with Vian Garg from GEM's Founders School, who will be attending Carnegie Mellon to study mechanical engineering and robotics. Welcome, Vian.
Thank you for having me, Peter.
How are you?
I'm good.
Excited?
Good. Yeah. Flights in 2 days.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me about Carnegie Mellon, because I feel like it holds like a mythical status, for certain fields, and
I mean, it's an interesting school.
Mm.
It has that mythical status you're saying, but in just like random fields, like seemingly unrelated. It has arguably the best CS program in the world.
Yes.
It also has an insane drama school.
Yes.
Out of nowhere, and their engineering programs are out of this world as well.
Did you know you can major in bagpiping there?
I did not know
Yes,
that.
yes. So Andrew Carnegie was a Scotsman, Scottish American. So he made sure to have that provision in the curriculum.
Of course.
In case you're wondering about what your double major should be.
I'll think about it. Might stick to robotics though.
Maybe. Might be some more job security there. Amazing. So like for you, I mean, lots of interesting projects, lots of amazing competitions. You went, I think, way above and beyond what kind of school offered, which I think, set you apart from lots of your peers. But what competition or experience or internship, what stood out for you? What was most impactful?
As part of my application?
Yeah, or your journey, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the biggest things I did was, of course, FGC, which is the first global challenge. It's an international robotics competition with 193 teams, 192 countries competing. And it was honestly amazing.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what you need to do to get there. So how do you qualify to compete?
So I've kind of always been interested in robotics. I had my Lego Mindstorm kit back at home, that kind of thing. So I've always been dabbling in it. And then eventually my school counselor recommended me to the organization that organizes the team, Unique World Robotics. And there was first a team of 22, which was the full team. And then we went to Kazakhstan for like a regional competition.
And this was the UAE team?
Yeah, this was the UAE team, UAE national team.
How do you qualify for that team?
How do you qualify for that? So either you can be recommended or you can apply. And then once you're part of that wider 22-person team, then they, as the months go on, building and refining the robot,
yes,
they choose certain traveling members and main team.
Is it like members. Survivor, where you get voted off the island?
You could say that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to guess how they decide, but whoever takes initiative, whoever really has that impact and who can help the team perform there at that event, whether it be you're driving or you're a backup engineer, anything.
So what was your role?
My role, I was vice captain. I was more on the engineering side, behind the scenes. No controllers for me. They were literally controlled by PS4 controllers.
Oh,
it was
really?
Really interesting.
That reminds me of the submarine that was. Oh, what was it called?
Titanic.
Yeah, the Titanic.
Titan. Sorry.
The Titan. Exactly. Yeah. So, anyways, you had a better result.
A little better. Second place in the world, I'd say.
Second place in the world. And what was fascinating is that you had a little bit of an incident while you were at the competition, right?
First night. This competition was in Greece, right? Which sounded amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a week-long, roughly, competition. But the first night we got there, we went, we set up at the event, set up our little stall to show off some dates.
Was it at like a hotel or something, or a conference center?
So we had a hotel, of course, but first we went to the venue, which was, I think it's called the Peace and Friendship Stadium.
Oh yeah, it's Greece. A very big one.
Yeah,
it's
huge.
Huge.
It's huge. I have some cool photos from there. It's huge. So we set up our stall and then we went to our hotel. We were waiting in the lobby while our coaches got us dinner, right? They parked the car outside. They came, brought us our food. They went back outside. Car window smashed. Bags gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they had collected everyone's passports because it's a minor team, right?
Yes.
It's all students from the UAE.
So your passport was in there.
First night.
Yeah.
First night too.
So what's going through your mind? You're thinking about the competition, right? You're on the world stage here. You're playing for big stakes.
Yeah. I mean, I found out at 11 p.m. that night, they came to our room because they couldn't even check into their room without their passports now.
Right.
So they came and slept in my room with my roommate, right?
Oh my God.
And then from there, we thought, okay, we take the night to process it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're still representing a country here. We're on this international stage.
Mm-hmm.
We know we have people supporting us back at home in the UAE, and our coach is figuring out how they're going to get us back, what is going to happen now.
Yeah.
So me and the team just stayed focused.
Yeah. You let the
Wow.
coaches handle their job.
Coaches, parents, media, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, like 3 different embassies. It was a huge thing.
Amazing. But then next morning is the competition. Did you have another day to prepare?
Yeah, next morning was some of the training matches, and then the day after qualifiers, and then eventually finals, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what were the tasks that you had to complete?
Tasks. So the competition, you have to build your own robot, right? You get this kit of materials, which is just like pieces of aluminum beam, extrusions, motors, controllers. You have to assemble this robot within restrictions, like size restrictions, and you have to essentially take these balls of energy and water and deposit them up in like 2-meter tall reservoirs.
Okay.
And that creates food. You get points for that. You could retrieve the food. You get points for that. It's around the idea of feeding the future. That was the theme this year. Yeah. And at the end, there's a collaboration bonus. So essentially all the robots there's 6 robots at a time on a field, 6 countries. And at the end, they have to all collaborate and balance on like a seesaw. And that gives you like a huge point multiplier.
Were you able to succeed?
I mean, there was a lot of rounds, and most of them we did. Sometimes there's issues here and there, but we worked it all out by the time qualifying started, and smooth sailing from there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think like parents push their kids into competitions because, I don't know, they see it as CV builders, they see it as something they can talk to their friends about. But this seems like a little different. And I'm sure for you, it wasn't driven by that motivation to just get, I don't know, sheepskins on your wall, right?
I think there's a lot of benefits if you look at one competition like this. I mean, there's the obvious university applications, even going forward beyond university. This is always something. I was on a national team.
Yes.
Right. And then other than that, it's an amazing experience, right? You're meeting all these talented people from across the world, each representing their nation. I mean, it's bound to be amazing.
Was the UAE traditionally, you know, a powerhouse in this competition?
Not at all. 2 years ago, I think we placed 120th.
Wow.
Yeah. So a huge jump from there. I think last year was a bit better at around like 30th. And then this year, second in the world.
That's amazing. Yeah. Were you on the team for all 3 years?
No, I just joined this year.
So what do you put it down to other than you being on the team?
This year? I mean, that's the biggest factor.
Yeah, of course. Naturally, yeah.
I think our team was well balanced and our robot even more so. Our robot hit like, there were crazy robots there, right?
Okay.
There were robots that could extend to 2 meters tall and about the size of Sheikh.
No way.
No way. Yeah. And out of this little cube, it would expand up.
Yeah.
Right? It would hold like 8 of these basketballs. They're about the size of a basketball.
Okay.
It's huge, right? But those were slow. There were these like speedsters. I remember Norway had an extremely fast robot, but it only carried 1 ball. Ours had 4 balls, which was above average, and ours was fast and it was efficient, you know? And I think that really stood out.
What percentage of your success do you attribute to proper ideation and planning and then execution in these types of competitions?
Percentage? I'd say we also had amazing drivers on our team because it is all remote control. So there are 3 members there driving, 2 members driving, 1 kind of organizing the team. So I think that also played a key role. I'd say about 60% is just planning though.
Yeah.
Just planning.
Yeah. Because if you don't have the right design, right? If it's too slow, it's too big. And
you have to figure out how many motors do you want to use?
Yeah.
What do you want, like a track system? Do you want wheels? Do you want this kind of movement? You know, there's different gives and takes and there's so many components. It's a huge kit. There was so many different designs, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ours stuck. Ours was well planned. It worked out.
And who won first place, out of curiosity?
Who won first place? Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you had a competition in Kazakhstan prior to that?
So we went to the Kazakhstan Nationals.
Yes.
So the robotics team there, this specific competition is huge there. We went to their nationals.
Yeah.
There were 50 teams within Kazakhstan.
No way.
Yeah. They chose a winner out of that to represent the country. Right. And Dubai, even though it's Dubai, you know, unlimited funding, the same competition was actually hosted in Dubai in 2019.
Okay.
But COVID, it kind of died down, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, their robotic scene is huge.
It's just kind of like their national sport.
Yeah, it's almost, I guess.
Amazing. So it was a lot of fun.
It's
a
amazing.
lot of fun.
Yeah, a little bit of stress too.
It has to be, right? Like it's kind of like the Olympics if you have a global kind of,
Speaking of the Olympics, our opening ceremony
Yes.
Was actually in the first ever Olympic stadium in Greece.
Yes.
Yeah.
The white Kalimarmara, we call it, the white marble Panathenaic Stadium is the formal name of it. Yeah.
It was amazing. I got to be on national TV there.
You did?
Yeah. So
not talking about your lost passports, right?
That's for the papers.
You know, that place was a very special place in my heart because my first marathon, I used to run marathons many years ago. So the original marathon, right? Do you know the story about Pheidippides? So basically, there was a huge battle in marathon between the Persians and the Greeks. The Greeks won, and they chose their fastest runner to go deliver the news to Athens, which is about 42 kilometers away. So Pheidippides ran as fast as he could, came into Athens, and just said, "Neki kika, man, we won," and dropped dead, right? So that first stadium and the modern marathon is based on his journey from Marathon, which is a town, to Athens. So, anyways. If you run the Athens Modern Marathon, you go along the same route and actually you do a lap in that stadium and you cross the finish line in the stadium and there's like thousands of people around. It's just
that must be amazing. Yeah. It was kind of similar for us, actually. Each team, we were wearing our kanduras and abayas.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then waving the national flag, It was really amazing.
Same kind of procession with the Olympics.
Same kind of thing. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me what else was really impactful, important. If you look back now, you're done with high school, obviously. You had some interesting research projects. You had some interesting internships. What stood out to you, or what stands out to you now?
I think after FGC, I was really lucky, or maybe I just worked really hard. I got an amazing internship at a firm in Abu Dhabi, and I think that really stood out.
Okay, tell me about the firm and the work that you did there.
So it's a place called Hale. They come under the Edge Group, which is a larger company here. You might have heard of it.
They sponsored the AI hackathon.
Yes. I heard. So I was Halcon's first and only ever high school intern. Normally they recruit from Khalifa University within like the seniors there. But I actually they only found out I was a high school student during the interview.
No kidding.
So I applied, and then in the interview we were talking, and then they realized I'm a high school student, right?
Did their jaw drop, or they just like looking around like this?
They were a little bit confused.
Yeah,
I think. But yeah, it worked out. They thought I was worth taking the shot at, and it was an amazing.
How did you find out about the opportunity?
It was a little bit of connections and a little bit of online work, right?
Yeah.
Looking at companies. Looking at my original passion was aerospace engineering,
right?
And there's not a lot of those firms within the UAE. I've done things like summer camps and
at Emirates Aviation
University, and then another big player was Halcon. And then it turns out that my dad had some friends, so that got me the interview. And then once they kind of learned about my skill set, the kind of things I do, then they took the shot at me.
Cool.
Yeah.
What did you work on?
A bunch of stuff. There was things like computer-aided computational fluid design.
Okay.
So like simulating aerodynamics, designing like model rockets with like various new technologies. I kind of took initiative and did this one on my own, but I made a flight simulator in 2D. Yeah, completely in Python, and I programmed in like a neural network. First I made the game. I made it as a game, and I was like, this would be such a cool implementation if I had just slapped a neural network on it, right? Slapped some AI on it.
Yeah.
That's everything these
now.
days.
Yeah. It's got a chat box on there.
Just chat box. So I implemented a few libraries, and I eventually got a nice tuned controller. So there was the flight simulator, there were targets, and the network was controlling it completely. I got like 93% accuracy on hitting the targets across like 5,000 different targets.
Incredible.
Cool. Yeah.
And that's something you just kind of did for fun? Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I mean, it was the kind of thing I could explore there.
Yeah.
And honestly, I had a bunch of people from different departments coming to my desk and trying out the game.
You were the most popular guy in the office there.
At least for those few weeks, yeah.
Super cool. Now,
cool.
where do you see yourself after graduation? I know we're jumping around a little bit, but like now, how will you kind of leverage these interests into doing something cool in university? But then what's the dream for you after you graduate?
Honestly, I haven't thought about it too much because at this point, in 2025, the world and especially hiring is changing so fast. Like some people don't even know if their degrees are going to be worth anything
Correct.
by the time they graduate, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's something to look at as it comes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have looked at different like statistics about where CMU students end up going, what I might be interested in the US. I'm now leaning more into robotics because I think that's something that will be developing in the future with the leaps that AI is taking.
Yes.
The next step to agentic AI would be physical capabilities.
I hear a lot about, I think on Tesla's last earnings call, I don't know, Elon said definitively that Tesla will be the most valuable company in the world, and it's going to be based on the back of robotics. And I know NVIDIA is really now, which is the most valuable company in the world, right? It's really focusing on robotics. So you have these companies that were doing something else, like, creating GPUs or cars, now going into, know.
I think it's a field that's going to blow up. But I mean, we're yet to see that. We'll see that. I mean, I'm sure it's already gaining, but we'll see where the future takes us.
It's amazing because even today I was getting ready and my little robot vacuum came and was harassing me as I was putting on my shoes.
I'm sure there's all kind of cool computer vision technology already in the newer versions of those, right? Ones that like, there's probably something out there that'll detect if someone's gotten hurt, is lying on the floor. It's like your little Roomba can call the cops for you, Yeah. That might be what it's like one day.
Yeah, or you could just order me a pizza when he thinks I'm hungry. Yeah. So
it sees you opening the fridge every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it does. So CMU obviously was one option you had, but then you applied to the UK, you got into Imperial. I think you were really excited about Imperial when you got that acceptance.
Yeah. So I applied to about 20 universities overall, 5 in the UK, about 15 in the US. And by the end of the process, it was CMU or Imperial. Those were the two that stood out. And choosing between those was hard.
It was.
Honestly. I found I got into Imperial in around December, and then I only applied to CMU in Jan.
Oh my God.
Right. So, but then I found out so then Imperial was stuck on my mind, right?
Yeah. It's there.
I'm probably going to go there.
Yeah.
It was an amazing school. But then I got into CMU, right? And I started looking into it more. And I mean, there was so many split opinions when I would talk to other people, right?
Really?
Anyone.
So what were the pros that you were hearing for Imperial?
I'd say that it's really globally recognized. Surprisingly, not that many people know CMU by name here, But the moment you talk to anyone in the CS or robotics departments, they will say, go to CMU, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's top of the world for that.
Yeah.
But it's not that well known.
Yes.
But on the other hand, like my school college counselor would tell me that Imperial is amazing. It's globally recognized, and that too, their engineering program, right?
Yeah.
Which is one of their biggest strong suits. Yeah. But it's hard to say.
When I've had this conversation a few times in the past, for me, what stands out, correct me if I'm wrong, is just the level of funding that CMU has.
Yeah.
And the facilities. Not that the facilities are bad, but it's just next level there, right?
And part of that is because the UK, when I looked into it more, the job market just isn't there for engineering. Not at all.
No.
Not anymore.
No. And I think too many students don't think about those macroeconomic factors, demand drivers for employment, salaries, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's clear cut. Even if the cost of living is higher in the US, return on investment.
Exactly. You're going to be earning money for the next 40, 50 years, right? What other factors kind of made CMU more attractive? Leave robotics aside. Leave employment aside.
Yeah. Other than those kind of things, I think the American college style, like the adaptability, right? If I was going to Imperial, I would do aerospace engineering, aeronautical, sorry. I would do a master's and a bachelor's in 4 years. But that's all I could do, right? I mean, there'd be no expanding upon my degree in a way while I'm there.
Meaning that you couldn't take courses outside of that field?
Yeah, not
right.
even.
Yeah.
Right. And aerospace engineering, this has always been a thing since I've wanted to do it, is a very restricting field, especially as an international student.
They won't hire you if you're not a national?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of places. I mean, there are still opportunities, but compared to what I'm doing now, mechanical engineers can do anything.
Yes.
Right. It's so wide. So Imperial had that little bit of a risk, and then obviously the salary parts. And then apart from that, it seemed a little bit more depressing.
Yes.
I have like a mentor friend kind of guy who's doing physics at Imperial, and he likes his degree. He loves his degree. He's doing research on black holes and all kind of stuff, astrophysics. But he finds it so depressing.
Why?
I think it's partly just London, and I think it's partly just that it's so intensive on that. Like, it's so deep. Yeah. It's not wide at all compared to CMU, right? Yeah. Gen Ed requirements, writing courses. Yes. My first semester, I'm doing a course in anime.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a different experience.
Different vibe.
It's more of a life.
Yeah.
Rather than, it's less like school, more like living, I'd say. That was also part of the decision.
The appeal. And I think at CMU, you're just going to be exposed to a greater variety of students studying a greater variety of subjects, right? So you have some business kids, some anthropology or languages. You're not just in the STEM kind of silo, right? Because that makes for more interesting conversations. You're a STEM guy, but you're not only interested in STEM. That's how I kind of view you. Yeah.
And I think something people don't think about is that that's not just about who you meet, but who you meet goes so far, right? Only knowing STEM people versus knowing people in business, investment banking, and knowing people with great ideas across art, right? Or drama or anything. Yes. There's more opportunities with more people and more types of people.
Agreed.
And I think that's also really good about CMU.
Amazing. What else are you looking forward to most in terms of student life there?
Student life there? I lucked out. I got my first dorm pick.
You did?
I got my top choice.
No way.
Private bathroom, me and my roommate.
It's a luxury. Yeah. It's 5 stars.
Yeah. And AC.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the winters because I've lived in Dubai for quite some time. People say you only look forward to it until the first week of November, but we'll see.
But the good thing is that you'll have a month off. Right, from mid-December to mid-Jan.
I'll be coming back here, actually.
Yeah, you'll defrost and you'll basically shake the icicles off yourself. But that's really, really amazing. Good. Yeah. Now, for you, I mean, academically, you were a very high achiever, both when it came to school and the SAT. Right. So tell me a little bit about, did you find yourself bored at school? Did you have to work for the grades and the test scores? Or, your learning and your self-directed learning was something you just did because there were just, gaps that school didn't fill in terms of your curiosity and what you wanted to explore?
I think it's a good amount of both, to be honest. I've always been kind of curious since I can remember, back to like 8th grade, maybe 9th, 7th, watching different engineering videos. There's this amazing YouTube channel, Real Engineer. I would watch videos from like military planes to bridges to like whatever, right? And I kind of really enjoyed that, and I think that's part of what built my knowledge. I've also allegedly always had a knack for mathematics and anything technical. I actually have some certificates from me being like from like grade 3. Wow. Some kind of like distinction, high distinction.
Are they laminated and in a nice binder that your mom made for you?
They are in a binder. They're not laminated. Okay. I have a thick one. I'm thinking, should I take it to uni or not?
No, please don't.
Yeah. And then for my final years, I did the British curriculum, so A levels. I took 5 of them. Which I was very strongly advised against.
By everyone?
By basically everyone, including people who took it. But I enjoyed it. I think I liked it. So what I did was math, further math, physics, chemistry, and computer science.
Amazing.
Which is what I
All the easy ones, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. This is what I love. I love this about the British secondary school system.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
I can excel in those subjects,
Yes.
right? English, sociology, which
Yeah.
I took for GCSEs,
Yeah.
not so much.
No.
Not my cup of tea. I mean, very enjoyable subjects sometimes, right? Sociology, especially, really intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to writing pages and pages,
Not fun.
Not fun.
That's what I always tell everybody, that the British curriculum, A levels, are the path of least academic resistance to getting into a top US university. There are definitely gaps and voids and et cetera. But if you love maths, if you're your typical STEM guy, maybe you'll take 3, maybe you'll take 4 if you're ambitious. Very few take 5. You take math, further maths, chemistry, and physics, let's say. Right? You should do well in those if you like those subjects, and you don't have to take, I don't know, French or, history or English.
You'll be fine. Yeah. Some schools do recommend, though they have recommendations on their websites, like we want 4 years of English,
Yes.
or at least 1 year of a foreign language, things like that. And so I didn't fulfill some of those requirements, right? But I think overall it was better for me.
But the American universities are saying that largely that messaging is directed to an American audience, right? If you're a British curriculum student, you can't do those things. Very difficult, let's say, if you're specialized in STEM.
It's not practical to be doing 3 subjects and one of them is French if you plan to be an engineer.
Yeah,
right?
Not a good idea.
Unless you're going into France and making, I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that the British system is necessarily the least resistant. I'd say it could be in some ways.
Yes.
I'd say like it has that flexibility, right? You can take between 3 A levels, 4 A levels. You could do BTECs.
Yes.
Although they are less
You're not
internationally recognized. I have a friend who did BTEC engineering, and it's kind of sore for him now because he's not getting any credits out of that one. I get a semester and a half of credits. I'm so happy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about getting university credits at CMU, right? Because they recognize the A levels as being university level coursework, and because you did well on your A levels.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, technically, I'll find out because my results don't come out till August 15th.
Yes, that's correct.
The day I'll be there.
Yeah.
So, but like the grade boundaries are like A's, not A stars for the credit transfers, A's and B's. So they recognize that these are really in-depth courses, A levels, like A level math, further math compared to AHL math, I'd say is more in-depth. And that is what I've heard from people doing the IB as well. And I think that's what also helped me with the SAT. I mean, I would have started my A levels. I would have finished my GCSEs in math and further math. Right. So back when I was doing the SAT, it was a breeze for me. The math section especially.
How many times did you take it? I forgot.
Once.
One and done.
Yeah, one and done. Yeah, back in November 23, which was my sophomore. Is it called? No, junior year. Start of junior.
Yeah.
So math was a breeze compared to so GCSE further math is weirdly hard compared to even A level math.
Really?
Yeah, it's really strange. At least for EdXL, there's like technicalities within GCSEs, but yeah, I think that really prepared me for SAT math.
Which you got an 800 on.
Yeah.
Easy, of course.
800, yeah. Though I know for a fact I didn't get a perfect score though.
That's the thing though. You can get one wrong, right?
Yeah.
Depends on the curve.
There was a question at the end of the test I spent like 5 minutes on the math module, right? I had an answer that was like 0.00038.
Okay.
That was too long for me to enter into the text box though.
Yeah.
I tried writing it as a fraction, different things. Yeah. I couldn't figure it out. I put in a different answer, which to me felt fundamentally wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, I still got an 800, but I know I'm pretty certain that question was wrong. Like my answer was wrong.
Yeah.
So it turns out I had to leave the leading zero. So I had to write 0.000838.
Oh, that's why.
And it's that kind of thing that I appreciate that they have that leniency.
Yeah. But now it's all digital, so you wouldn't have
it was digital for me as well.
Yeah. Amazing.
And then English, I was scared about before I started like prepping, before I did my practice exams, things like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an English guy, to be honest. I did all right in my GCSEs, but generally no. But it turns out that if English could have a part of it that was math, it's SAT English. It's a weird analogy, but it's very formulaic SAT English. The multiple choice, the meaning of this bag,
There's certain patterns, right?
There's patterns. There's clear answers, clear cut
Yes.
answers, which is what I really appreciated, and I think that's why I did surprisingly well. Right. Otherwise, I would not have expected a 760, which my overall score was 1560. I would not have expected a 760 in English, but the type of English really suited me because I have like that logical mindset, I'd say. Yeah. The vocabulary, bit of a pain.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hit and miss thing, but it worked out.
But you powered through.
Yeah.
You did extremely well there as well. Amazing. Amazing.
Didn't you almost advise me to do it again, though?
No, I would never have done that. No.
Absolutely not.
So I have advised other students, you know, for example, I had 2 students get 35s on their ACT the first time.
Right.
And then they were young. They were in the second year of GCSE. So I'm like, no, you should take it again in 36 and get a 36. You didn't study that hard for this, you know, first attempt. No, I wouldn't have advised you to do that.
Okay.
Once you get anything 1540 and above, it's the same thing.
Diminishing returns.
It's the same thing.
You'd rather spend time internships, competitions, whatever, passion projects.
And you're an engineer, you already tick the box, right? Or aspiring engineer. So no, I don't think, don't put that on me. It wasn't me, as Shaggy says.
I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was thinking like, if it feels in reach to an extent, you know? Yeah. But with the English, I felt like there was a little bit too much variation for me to try again, you know?
It's kind of a waste of time. Yeah. You know, really, from every perspective.
Good enough. I mean, I'll take a 50.
Exactly. I would have liked to have had that as well. Amazing. So I think, again, any other learning that if we look back on this journey, right, you did many things amazingly well. I mean, would you have changed anything or no? Knowing what you know now.
Change anything. So with some of the universities I applied to, I feel like I was inches away.
Yeah, because you were waitlisted at Caltech, right? I was
waitlisted at Caltech.
Yeah.
Who take 20 students internationally a year, which means I was probably in the top 50 internationally. And think about that, like maybe 10 spots away, right? Yes. And I was interviewed at Princeton. Yes. Right. Same with Cambridge. I think research is something that would have aided my profile. I think it would have been something that would interest me a lot, but I didn't really get the opportunity or the time to do it while I was here. It is it is hard to get opportunities here in Dubai, I would say, but I think I should have dug a bit more at that.
Work with a professor in a robotics lab, for example.
It doesn't even have to be in Dubai, the professor, you know? Yeah. But I did other things. I did community service work, right? I did I did a bunch of stuff. I went hiking. I had my little 13,000 feet hike, right? And those all, I think maybe those contributed to my profile more. It's hard to see, but I feel like research was a bit of a hole that could be filled.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you had a lot of free time.
Yeah. I mean, just enough for a few seasons of anime.
Exactly. And to go check out the NBA games in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, Team USA, I had
That's
to.
That's how it's about. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was, I mean, with 5A levels. So with 5A levels, it's weird because the timetabling in schools doesn't work out. So I finished my math A level in year 12 or grade 11. And then I did the entire further math A level, which is considered the hardest A level in the next year. Yeah. I don't know what my results are going to be, but my predicteds were 5A stars.
Amazing.
So let's hope I can live up to that or close.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It won't really matter regardless.
As long as I get the credits.
As long as you get the A's. I have a question for you. Going back, would you have taken 4A levels and then made some more time for research?
No.
Really?
Not. I don't think so. Okay, my A levels, math, further math, physics, chemistry, computer science. Math, further math, not going anywhere. Yeah. Right? Physics, not going anywhere. Yeah. Computer science. So for my so at that internship, I made a flight simulator, right? Yeah. In 2 dimensions. Yeah. And then for computer science, I went on and I made that a project of mine. Yes. Put that into 3 dimensions, right? Yeah. And that was, I think, a good part of my CS type portfolio. I think that's maybe that contributed to CMU picking me, right? They're a computer science centered school to an extent. And that was really fun, you know, developing like a little flight simulator of your own. Yes. It was something I enjoyed. And I enjoyed the CS A level, even if it was a bit hard. It was a bit time consuming. Yeah. I don't like chemistry. No. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Chemistry was not my cup of tea. Yeah. But as an engineer, some amount of background
You
in
have to have a
chemistry.
little foundation. You'll never have to take it again.
Yeah, and I'm getting credits for it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So it's give and take.
Yeah.
If I dropped one, it would be chemistry or computer science. But I enjoyed my 5A levels, and it is a nice thing to brag about.
Amazing. Yeah. No regrets. I love it.
No regrets. Not about the 5. I mean, maybe I'll think differently on results day.
Yeah, let me know when they come out.
I'll give you a call. Yeah.
I don't want to have a panic phone call now and tell me, oh my God, CMU. What are we going to do now? Amazing. Well, I'm just so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I know you're going to do great things. Thanks for coming on to the podcast today.
Peter.
Keep blazing trails, my friend. All right.
Thank you.
Best of luck.